Does it feel good to see the ball go in the hoop a little bit more?
Yeah, very. Like, it was a lot of confidence. I think, I scored at almost all three levels tonight. I didn't just settle for the three. So to finally see the ball going in, it was great.
Sarah, that start, was it just, I don't know what it was? Y'all turned it over 4 times, missed your first 4 shots. Was it just kind of slow getting into it?
Yeah, I think we just started off slow, So, we was a little confused on the first play. We started out on the wrong side, but once we got going, we got going.
Kylie, do you think that was one of your better games today? I mean, obviously you scored some points, but I think you made some defensive plays too.
Yeah, I think that was a really big game for me to get my confidence up, and it was definitely one of my better games.
Is that what it takes? Is it just a confidence thing? Do you need to, get a stop or get a bucket? Like, is that what it takes for you?
Yeah, I feel like for me, like me and Sophia talk about all the time. Like, I just have to see the ball go in the hoop one time, and like it just goes from there. A lot of the times, like I'll get a rebound and I'll go back up all out of balance and stuff. But that, like, I gotta just come down and calm down for a second.
You mentioned Sophia there. I'm guessing she works with you individually. What's that like, getting tips from her? I mean, she wasn't a bad player during her time.
She wasn't. She wasn't at all. And it's just very honoring to be able to work with her. And she pours into me a lot, I feel like. And to know that somebody who was like Big 12 Player of the Year, stuff like that. She went to the W. Like, she got all these accolades behind her name. And she's such a good person. To know that she's pouring into me and seeing something in myself that I don't see is very, I don't know the word for it. It's just very nice to have.
Sarah, I think 22 assists for the team is a season high. Was that a goal coming into this game? You wanted to share the ball a little more. I think in the second quarter you had, eight assists on 9 makes or something like that. Was sharing the ball a goal coming into this game?
Sharing the ball is always our goal. We got so many weapons on this team that, like I said before, anybody on any given night can go off. We had a lot of people in double figures, so that shows you that everybody on the team can score the ball.
You guys held them to 29 points total. What was key to making it all click on defensively tonight?
You want me to go? Mm-hmm. Okay. We say that our offense gets started with our defense sometime. We started out on offense a little sluggish, but we picked it up with our defense. It's always a goal to hold people like 10 and under in every quarter. So I think, on defense tonight, we did a solid job.
Sarah, was it almost a relief today? I mean, I know saw you got the honor before the game or got the basketball before the game. Was it almost a relief to get that three-point thing out of the way where you could just – I don't know if you were tense about it or anything, but like you had the record, now you can just go out and play?
I don't know if I would say tense about it. I talked to Odyssey before, and it was just something, I knew was ahead, but I wasn't going to force it. I played downhill tonight. Wasn't even thinking about it. I think a lot of times I have settled for the three, but it was never pressure, I feel like, because I knew it was going to come with just time.
slow start. What do you credit that to? I look at those first 3 minutes. That's what I focus on, is those first 3 minutes.
Yeah, we only scored 31 points in the first quarter, Jerry. Slow start. No, I agree. Like I thought we missed some easy ones around the rim to start. I thought we had a couple turnovers in transition. I think we obviously started the game by getting to the line. Like they were really physical early. I mean, we were in the bonus 2 minutes and I think 50 seconds into the game. So I thought it was physical. I think sometimes, not a huge crowd today. There wasn't a ton of energy in the building, so you got to create it yourself in those moments. And I thought once we saw one ball go in, then two balls go in, and all of a sudden I thought we played with a lot of energy. But I did think we started a little bit slow. We turned the ball over on our first play. We nearly turned it over on our second play. We just didn't execute those first two plays, and maybe they weren't the best play calls. I'll take that. I think maybe us shifting and moving the ball and getting into that, as a secondary action probably would have been better. But yeah, we still shouldn't have turned it over.
I've asked you a lot about Kyla this season, and was this one of her kind of games that you wanted to see from her? I mean, yeah, she scored some points, but 10 rebounds. She made some good defensive plays. Like, is that what you need from her, games like this?
Yeah, we need we need her to be poised. I thought she gets frustrated when she misses layups, and she just needs to make the next play. She's not. I mean, certainly. It's going to be important for us in conference games for her to make wide open layups, to catch the ball off drop passes and things like that. But I think what her role is not that of a scorer, and I think when you generate your own offense by going to the boards, like that's what we need her to do. She's going to be a recipient scorer. She's going to roll and play off a roll. She's going to run in transition. I'm not going to put her in the high post and have her drive it. I'm not going to run a flare screen for her to shoot it. Like, those aren't the ways that we're going to utilize her. But if she competes at a high level, uses her athleticism, is motivated defensively, like, she can really help us. I could have gone to her in the second quarter, but I wanted to give Kayla a little run early and get her comfortable, and I think I freaked her out playing her that early, even though I've done it in other games. So, but yeah, I thought she gave us really good minutes, and she finally saw the ball go in the basket a couple times, and that was good too. Like, her first offensive rebound, she just rushed up at the basket. I thought even though she missed a couple offensive rebound putbacks late, I thought she was more poised. She got the balance. She took her time. She gave it a chance to go in, which is important.
I asked Sarah about it. Do you think there was any kind of, relief that she had the record behind her as far as Sarah, and she just kind of went out and played tonight? I don't know if that was the case. She didn't act like she was, like, tense about it or anything. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, when you have a veteran team like we do, there's 72,000 milestones that kids are approaching. I think 500 assists is just as big. I think that's an impressive feat. And so I think Sarah is just getting more in shape. I think she didn't play well a couple games in the Bahamas, and I feel like that really motivated her to kind of, like, I thought she was good against Villanova. I thought her pace was good. I thought her body language was really good. And I've seen a different Sarah in practice. Like, I mean, time's running out. When you're a fifth year senior or any senior, you look at it and you're like, wow, we're 2 games away from being through non-conference play outside of UCLA. And so, it's here, and so I just want to see her make the plays that she was making. Now, I talked a lot about in the pregame on the radio that, Sarah doesn't turn the ball over, and then I thought she did uncharacteristically a little bit today, but I liked her floor game. She made her pull up when the pull up was there. She hit the roller when the roller was there.
She took the three when she was open. She looked comfortable and confident in the open court, making decisions. Probably my favorite play is the first one. That was sophomore Sarah attacking, reaching out, finishing with her left hand. A harder play than it looks. But I think when she can manipulate the D coming off the ball screen, we're a better team. You know, I mean, when you have multiple playmakers that can score at multiple levels, you know, you get good things happen. It's like I love to see Jada make wide open threes. You know, people have not guarded her at times from the arc. So her ability to be low volume and high efficiency, even if it's 1 for 2, I'm really happy, you know, because I think she's going to have to stick those threes. So Sarah's just playing really confidently, and that's what this team needs, you know, as we get closer to conference play.
I don't think we're getting together before Sunday, so you know, I know you probably haven't looked a whole lot at UNLV, but they're off to a pretty good start.
Come on, Jerry.
Yeah, I mean, I figured you probably had, but
Okay.
I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt
No.
that all your focus was on this game. But what do you see?
I mean, I think it's you start looking at the teams in your non-conference schedule that you have concerns about, you know, early on. You know, I think UNLV is a team that plays with a ton of confidence. They know who they are. They execute at a high level. They've got good passing bigs, so they back cut really, really well. And for a team like us that gets out in passing lanes, you know, that's my greatest fear watching them from a defensive perspective is them cutting us up a little bit. You know, I think they have a ton of Texas kids, multiple Texas kids, young kids, seniors, all conference kids. So this is kind of like a homecoming for a lot of them, which I think will keep them, not that they're not motivated anyway. They're not afraid to play really good teams. They won 30 games a year ago. You know, they've already played at OU on the road. They've already played at Arizona on the road. Both those places draw like crazy right now. And so they didn't win them, but the Arizona game was really close the whole way through. They played OU really, really well through like 2.5 quarters into the midway through the third. OU put a run on them, and UNLV just didn't make shots. Really good point guard play with Jackson. Mid-range score, doesn't take a ton of threes, but really, really efficient and effective. You know, they space you really well, and they know what they're going to do. Like, they really execute, move the ball. Ball has really good energy with their stuff. Really good team. Going to play a lot of man, play a little 2-3, but really, really good. I saw the box. They got them. I haven't watched that one yet, though.
Is there a next step for you and this team defensively? I think I saw some zone out there tonight. Like, where do you want to go defensively, and what can you prove on that side?
Yeah, I think we have to. I think a year ago we really didn't have a zone that we were confident in. We had to use it at times. You know, I thought it was effective late against Kansas. We used it a couple of possessions against West Virginia. And we had to use it against Kansas because when Bella went down and we lost her, we had no matchup for Samaya Nichols. Like, and most people in the country don't. You know, that's the uniqueness of Bella. Bella can guard anyone, anywhere, physical, quick, long, you name it. You know, but I think there are teams that just that aren't as good offensively against zone, or you know, you have Nettie in foul trouble and you want to protect her, or you know, there's a lot of different reasons, and I think it's something that we can be better at. As good as we've been defensively since I've been here, and it's looked differently, a little bit different each year. I think it's important to have a zone that you trust, and whether that's for a 4-minute stretch. Or 2 possessions, or to throw someone off coming out of a timeout and they've got a side out, and there's, you know, you've started to see even more zone in the NBA, the WNBA, where you have defensive 3 and you've got to play it a little differently, but you see it a lot on the side when they've only got 14 seconds. Like, there's like really good times to utilize it, to change it up, and it impacts us when teams do it to us, even if it's minimally. It can affect you for 1 or 2 possessions before you get comfortable with, like, okay, here's what we're going to do against it. You know, and I thought 101 points tonight, and I thought we could have been better executing against their zone. Now, they like match up out of it a little bit, and they were going with cutters, and so you gotta play a little bit different against it. And we certainly, with a 1-day prep, didn't prepare for that. They've shown very little of it, but they were also down 2 starters for whatever reason, so they were a little not thin in terms of number of people they played, but thin in terms of the players that are used to playing. Thank you.